Southern Adventist University says no to the students who want a pass-fail option during the COVID-19 crisis. The administration is encouraging grading alternatives for students facing hardships.
Small business owners are taking a big hit during the shutdown. We'll show you how one student's family is trying to survive.
An F3 tornado packing winds of 140 miles per hour plows through East Chattanooga and parts of Ottawa and Collegedale, Tennessee.
All those stories and more as SAU News starts now. Hi, I'm Brenda Ramos. Welcome to SAU News, a production of the TV News Reporting class in the School of Journalism and Communication at Southern Adventist University. I'm actually not far from campus, reporting from my Spalding Cove apartment.
And I'm Hannah Moyer, reporting from Fort Worth, Texas. Our SAU News team is working hard despite a mandatory stay-at-home order in most states. It's not easy covering a university more than 1,000 miles away, but thanks to our enterprising reporters, we've got stories to share how students are surviving in the age of COVID-19.
Here's a look at university headlines for this second week of April 2020.
Chattanooga and Collegedale residents are still without power after an F3 tornado destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses Easter Sunday. It happened around 11:30 at night. This footage is from East Brainerd, about a 10-minute drive from campus. According to the Times Free Press, the storm left 2 people dead and dozens injured. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee toured the devastated neighborhoods this week, meeting with residents who had lost their homes. In Collegedale, one of the hardest hit areas was Four Corners. The wind, which was clocked at 140 miles per hour, damaged the roof of the city-owned library and Collegedale Exxon. On campus, the strong winds knocked down trees in front of the Halsey Wellness Center and the entrance sign. Residents staying in Southern Village were told to seek shelter in the laundry room.
It was kind of scary at some point, but then it started to be fine. And then when we saw that it was calming down, we just went into our rooms, and then it started to calm down around 5. It was just hard to sleep. We would go to sleep and wake up, go to sleep, wake up. It's crazy.
More than 4 inches of rain were recorded from the storm, which caused flooding along Wolf Beaver Creek. Some students living on campus didn't have power restored till Wednesday morning. Because of the massive power outage, the university canceled online classes for the entire week.
University administrators have denied a student-led petition that would have altered the way some classes are graded this semester. Reporter Paola Mora has been following the story for both SAU News and the Southern Accent.
Last week, undergraduate students Diego Ferreira and Luis Moreno began a campaign to change this semester's grade to pass or fail. Within 2 days, their online petition received more than 1,000 signatures. Moreno says they started this push as a response to classes being moved online. Their purpose was to help students who may struggle accommodating to the sudden transition.
There's just so many situations, and being able to pass this pass-fail thing would have made it so that the school and all the schoolwork would be more adaptable to them and their needs.
Other Adventist institutions like Burman University in Canada approved the pass-fail credit option. Andrews University implemented a pass, no credit choice. However, in an email to faculty this Monday, Senior Vice President Bob Young said Southern will not use the pass-fail grading system. In his email, Young stated a number of potential downsides to such transition. These include the negative effect pass-fail credits have on admissions to graduate school, the impact a failed class has on a student's GPA, and the inability to convert a pass-fail grade to a letter grade in the future. Still, Young asked professors to adapt to their students' needs. He wrote, "Make the necessary adjustments in a way that maintains the integrity of the academic enterprise, while recognizing that this semester is significantly different from previous terms." Ferreira and Moreno were not informed of the decision until the following day, when they spoke with Young through a phone call. Ferreira says he is disappointed administration did not discuss the petition with them.
We had a petition where more than half of the student body signed, half of the undergraduate student body signed. And they didn't ask us once. Like, we tried to have meetings before, and they didn't include us until they had already made a decision. Like, the meeting was just for them to inform us of the decision and not to talk to us about the petition at all.
The administration decided to not pass the pass-fail grading system. Young says that they did consider the petition of the students.
Well, the university didn't choose to go in that particular direction. The voices in the petition were most certainly heard. It was carefully read, it was digested, it was thought about, it was part of the conversations that we had.
If any individual is struggling to keep up with their classes, they're recommended to speak with their class instructor or their advisor. For SAU News, I am Paola Mora reporting.
The decision to not do pass-fail classes was officially announced to students Wednesday afternoon via email. In addition, it said the deadline to receive a 40% tuition refund will be extended to April 13th. The deadline to withdraw a class was also extended to the end of April.
With all public events on campus postponed until further notice, many graduating seniors have been left wondering, when will they get their chance to walk across the stage and get their diplomas? Student Association President Mark Galvez spoke with SAU President Dave Smith this week via video chat. Together they discussed student support counselors reaching out to seniors and the requirements seniors need to meet for graduation. Most importantly, they talked about graduation and the decisions on when it will be taking place.
And we don't have an established date yet. My understanding is that a survey is going to go out to seniors and we'll ask them, would you like your graduation to be on a Sunday in August or a Sunday in December? And I couldn't pretend to tell you which would be better. It's really whatever they want.
When the date is chosen, the university plans to host graduation on campus rather than at the Chattanooga Convention Center. To accommodate for class size, Smith says the university may host multiple graduation services. With coronavirus continuing to spread rapidly, many small business owners all over the country have had to make changes in order to keep their businesses running. Our reporter, Estefania Sanchez, gives us an inside look on how her dad's business has handled the sudden changes.
Located in Nashville, Tennessee, Taqueria Mexico Típico is a restaurant that serves many traditional Mexican foods, such as tacos, burritos, sopes, and quesadillas. With so much variety to offer, it's no surprise that the business is usually full of hungry customers. However, because of COVID-19, the once full eating areas are now empty. Rogelio Sanchez, my dad, and owner of the restaurant, has tried his best to keep work flowing as usual, but has faced challenges in keeping the restaurant running at a normal pace. Some of his workers have decided to stay home in fear of getting sick, and business has declined about 15% after the virus. Sanchez says if the virus continues to take its course, he may have to make an unwanted decision. I think I will be forced to close my business. I don't know for how long, but if it continues like this, I will close it for 1, 2, 3 weeks, whatever time is necessary. Many changes were made so that the restaurant could remain safe and open for as long as possible, such as having no more than 4 employees in the back at one time.
I'm standing outside my dad's restaurant right now, and as you can see, there are no cars in this parking lot, and this is one of the things that has been implemented in order to keep people safe. You can only order and take out food through the drive-thru.
Longtime employee Sara Nabor Lopez works as a cashier here in the restaurant. She comes in contact with many people every day through the drive-thru. While she understands that there is a chance she could come in contact with someone who has the virus, she says her family is what motivates her to continue working. If I stop working, I have no way to provide for my family. If we come to work, yes, there is a risk, but at least I know my family is being fed.
While my dad understands the risks there are in keeping his business open, he continues to do so in order to help his employees provide for their families. For SAU News, I'm Estefania Sanchez.
As of now, 46 states have shut down non-essential businesses to help slow the spread of COVID-19. The 4 states that have not yet made this call are North and South Dakota, Nebraska, and Arkansas.
With quarantine in full effect for many, finding ways to pass the time can be difficult, unless, of course, you like to play video games like SAU News reporter Jake Fisher. Jake has the latest in one game that's trending to the top.
With many in quarantine right now, some are wondering how to pass the time. Well, one way is with one of these. It's called a Nintendo Switch, and it's the latest handheld console to come from the Nintendo company. And recently, one game is making huge waves for those who happen to own one of these. That game is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it released on the 20th of last month, just in time for social distancing. This new release was highly anticipated, and within the first 10 days, sold over 2.6 million physical copies of the game, with 1.8 million of those copies being sold exclusively in Japan during the first 3 days. This has also contributed an enormous boost to the Nintendo Switch's sales in the recent weeks. March ended with total sales of over 830,000 units. This is almost 3 times the total from the previous month. But what makes this seemingly normal game so attractive?
It acts as a semi-escape from reality where you can just not really have any problems because there aren't any real problems in the game. So that's its point, is just to have a nice time. It's literally a game about having a good day.
Your daily tasks in the game might be to go fishing for a rare species, collecting plants for a new recipe, or chopping down trees to expand your house. Whatever the job, you're always working towards the goal of turning your island into the perfect paradise.
If you got the chance to design your dream bedroom or something, but it so happens that your dream bedroom's an island and there's multiple animals on it that can talk to you and give you gifts, then it's pretty cool. It's very much a build your own adventure, but the adventure is making things look pretty.
The game is still available for purchase at most retailers for $60. So, if you're looking for something calming to do during quarantine, this might be a good option. For SAU News, I'm Jacob Fisher.
So what happened to all those students who were missed an off-campus internship this semester? As the coronavirus spreads throughout the U.S., companies are canceling internship programs, while some are allowing students to continue working from home. Health and safety is a priority right now, and the move is having a negative effect on career opportunities. Many have been left struggling to figure out what's next. Tate Van Egmond, a business management student, worked as a marketing sales intern for Walden Security headquarters in downtown Chattanooga.
Most of my work requires me to have my supervisor there, or requires me to have a company computer with kind of all of our pre-downloaded stuff in our database. So I was informed that my internship was pretty much at an end unless everyone came back to the office.
Van Egmond is turning the situation into something positive. He found a new job and is now taking this time as an opportunity for self-improvement.
Back in March, when many of us returned home to wait out the spread of the coronavirus, some ACA students were in the midst of severe outbreak in Europe. SAU News reporter Hannah DeBonzo shares a first-hand account of a student who was studying abroad in Italy.
Bianca Gomez, a junior psychology major from SAU, studied abroad this year at Villa Aurora in Florence, Italy. While her year abroad had gone smoothly, there was a moment she recalled when everything changed.
It was a Thursday where they took us to Venice Carnival, and it was great. It was an amazing time. And then the weekend passed, and then you hear news that there was an outbreak, a coronavirus outbreak in Venice over the weekend. And it went from 3 to 300 cases over the weekend, and then it just started spreading around.
Originally, Villa Aurora planned to continue the school year, but advised students to take safety precautions.
They asked us to cancel all personal travel, along with trying not to go to city center or even getting on public transportation. So it was more so just being in my room every day.
Some students weren't happy about the new restrictions and still decided to leave campus.
A few of us were not taking it as seriously, and I said, all right, I'm gonna go to city center because I just wanted to do some shopping and just relax, and I was like, get away from all that. And I went to city center, and even on public transportation, you just see masks everywhere. Everyone was wearing a mask. My barista gave me a mask.
Bianca returned safely to Collegedale and monitored her symptoms once coming back. Unfortunately, Villa Aurora had to cancel the rest of the academic year and summer program due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. Villa Aurora plans to reopen in September and encourages students to apply for their upcoming school year. That's all the news we have for now. SAU News is a production of the TV News reporting class, which is taught in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. If you have a story idea, drop us a note on our Instagram page at SAU_news. I'm Brenda Ramos, reporting from the SAU campus in Collegedale.
And I'm Hannah Moyer in Fort Worth, Texas. On behalf of our news team, stay safe and be well. See you next week on SAU News.